Walt Peters grew up in a home with strong Midwestern values: faith, education, and hard work. As the grandson of a Lutheran pastor and the son of teachers, learning and studies played a large role in his early life. His father served as a superintendent of schools, and his mother was a beloved teacher in the community. In high school, Walt enjoyed competing in basketball and track, and graduated second in his class.
There's no doubt that education was front and center in my childhood home. My parents believed that the local school district collaborated with the parents for the education of their children, and I continue to believe in those values to this day. Education taught us how to think, not what to think, and I want to help ensure that today's children have those same opportunities.
When Walt was 7, his parents purchased a house close to a rural grass airfield. A family friend had an airplane, and that ignited a fascination with aviation and the freedom to fly that America provided. This led to hunting and camping trips via airplane, and a love affair with aviation that would figure strongly in the rest of his life. Walt earned his pilot's license at age 17.
Flying to me is not only a freedom unique to America, but also symbolic of all freedom in America. Flying and seeing this country from the air makes me appreciate all the resources and history that make this country unique.
Walt went to college at the University of Michigan, earning a degree in aerospace engineering. While there, he met his wife Cheryl, whom he married after graduation. It was at this time as well that Walt was commissioned in the Army and deployed to Korea as a second lieutenant. Walt continued his service to America in the U.S. Army Reserves for the next 26 years, eventually retiring as a lieutenant colonel.
My experience in the military was a valuable part of my development. I'm grateful for my training as an officer in the United States Army because the Army taught me how to lead. I also saw firsthand that freedom isn't free. It wasn't free for America, and it isn't going to be free in Ukraine.
After returning from Korea, Walt needed a job. Although many of his peers in aerospace were going to the West Coast, Walt wanted to stay in the Midwest, as he felt it was more in line with the values he grew up with. Walt went to work for Miller Fluid Power for the first 5 years of his career. During this time, he also attended Northern Illinois University on the GI Bill, where he earned an MBA.
Midwestern values are important to me. I've never wanted to live in California. I've never wanted to live in New York. Midwestern industry is the heart of America. Farming, automobiles, manufacturing, and industrial production is what America needs to celebrate.
After receiving his MBA, Walt accepted a job with Sunstrand Aerospace in Rockford, Illinois. While there, Walt worked on several military and commercial aircraft programs. Included in that work history is a patent on Ram air turbines that serve as the basis for emergency power for aircraft control systems on almost all modern civil transport aircraft.
Working at Sunstrand was extremely rewarding. We were doing what Americans do best. We were free to innovate, and we were free to succeed. These are values shared throughout Illinois by farmers, by workers at Caterpillar, and at Collins. As a country, we grow through innovation, capitalism, and hard work. That's what has brought prosperity to this country. It comes because of hard work, not because of bureaucrats in Washington.
After Sunstrand, Walt moved into executive management, serving as acting president at Envirovac and president at Detmers Industries, before finishing up his career as director of marketing and sales at GE Aerospace. Throughout his life, Walt has led with humility, innovation, productivity, and hard work. These are the same values that are needed in Congress today.
As manager of people and a leader of companies, I've always emphasized that we grow through innovation, productivity, and hard work. Growth doesn't come through cutting costs and cutting people. Values of innovation, hard work, and freedom of enterprise are principles that I want to bring to Washington. I'm running for Congress because America is too important to be left to politicians. In Washington, you and I can ensure that Midwestern values, production, and innovation remain the core foundation of this country.
We've all had enough of career politicians. We've had enough of high taxes. We've had enough of intrusive programs. And we've had enough of their telling our kids how to think. It's time to elect someone who shares your values and thinks how you think. It's time to send Walt to Washington.